everybody, and welcome to Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century. Oh, shit, wrong script.
You need to echo that more.
Matt can add that in.
Don't be giving him more work.
I ain't doing shit. By the way, you're acting 3 out of 10. You had no script, I heard no pages.
Right here, front page of the Times. Anyway, this is Grindcast.
That's the sound you
Thank
want.
you, 10 out of 10.
The official podcast of your life.
Wow, it's getting serious.
He is real personal right now. You marrying these people?
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's getting real. It's getting real.
You better change
Grindcast is not affiliated with Will, and it needs to marry all of our listeners.
I'm sure
I'm not Mormon, so it's not going to happen. I'm Will, and I have
And
here.
Matt?
And Jason.
We didn't do that last episode.
No,
So people probably was like, is that Jason? I can't tell.
It's not.
No.
I should have put it at the end of the episode.
Oh, man.
The last thing should have been and Jason. And it cuts off.
I'm going to start doing this now. Instead of in the end, I'm going to do this in the beginning. If you want to talk to any of us happy assholes, you can hit us up on Facebook at facebook.com/grindedword. Like us. Please do. We're almost at 100. And when you do that, Facebook tells you, like, good job.
Yeah. There's like streamers and confetti that they mail to you.
Yeah, seriously.
It actually shoots out of the box.
Yeah.
Be careful. The last person got injured pretty bad.
Don't be surprised because you could choke on it.
That's what she said.
You can also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/BigG_grindedword and follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/C/grindedword. You can watch us there playing games. And soon you can watch us doing this poorly.
It'd be a lot of me doing this.
Yeah.
It normally is.
Yeah.
That's why I put a computer in here with you the one time. I was like, I gave him something to do.
I brought that fucking computer in, motherfucker.
It was my idea. I was like, get it.
Yeah.
This chair has bad lumbar support.
I know. I got to get you an actual office chair. I'll work on it.
I need to buy myself a
I'll have to take some of the money out of the floors and
You
buy
need
a
to get
chair.
like the chair from like the Enterprise.
No.
Okay, don't.
It's a huge
Fine.
chair.
Fine.
It would never fit in this room.
What, you
Will.
want a special chair
Well, you don't
now?
have to get it to scale.
He wants Thanos' throne, obviously.
Yeah, you got the next best thing. It's a chair with a massaging pad on it.
He picked it specifically for himself.
Yeah.
He was like,
So you want Thanos' gravity-defying, levitating throne. You want the Starfleet Enterprises
No,
thing, and I'm happy with my chair.
I don't want any of that. I just want something with a back to where
Obviously.
my lumbar is.
Yeah.
I
So
want
can put my
the
back
chair
to
that
it.
Dr. Doom flies around in. That's what I really want. But
We
I'm
can't lease that anymore.
I know. Well,
we
they won't.
we crashed it the last time,
Yeah,
remember?
they won't. They won't rent
I just
shit
want
to me.
Xavier's floating wheel car.
Wheel car.
Yeah, the one, because he has a wheelchair, but then he has the other one that's like the giant, like,
The long one where you just...
the giant bumper car
Because-
that floats.
Because he wants to do this, even though he can't feel his legs,
Yeah.
instead of this.
What's the point
Looks like the cars from Space Mutiny.
Yeah.
Big, McLarge huge.
So,
Anyway.
oh yeah, we got to do something here. Let's go in the news. All right, so news time. Used all the good ones last episode.
There's still some.
Now, okay, so in Japan, and for you guys that don't know, it's a small island
Off the coast of China.
over there,
Mhm.
pointing to this side, of course.
Far East.
Yeah. Are you sure?
That's the east.
No, that's the north.
No, yeah, the bridge is that way, so yeah.
Yep. Yep. And Juliet is the sun.
Yeah, thank you. So out there,
Yourself.
there's a set of small islands. Okay, so in Japan, there's a guy who left his Super Famicom, which is the Japanese Super Nintendo. He left it on for
For your
20
family.
years to save the memory for a game that I can't pronounce, but it's a platformer. Shocker of all shockers. So he saved
the
it for that
champion of
long,
said
so he was...
platformer.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, I'm asking because I don't know.
Oh, I guess. I mean, I don't know why else you'd save it unless you did good. I mean, you would be like, oh, I got the worst score. I should probably save this. I don't know.
I mean, it depends on the game.
I mean, when I get the worst score in bowling, I take pictures. Like, look, I got a 0.
How can you get negatives? I don't even...
I accidentally killed the person in the lane next to me.
You can when you throw the ball through a lot of the plate glassing behind you, and then it takes up all the money in your bank account.
This seems like a story I want to hear someday.
I mean, it hasn't happened yet. I guess I can make it happen if you want. I just walk in like, have a pair of shoes, 10.5s, and I'm really sorry in advance for this. But here's my bank account number. Where's this adding up to? You'll see in 5 minutes.
This kind of reminds me of Mario All-Stars with the lost levels. Like, if you played through the first 8 stages without saving, without warping, you could get to World 9. But if you didn't do that, if you warped or you saved, it would go to World A, B, C, and D. So, like, you would get a different ending or whatever. And I remember, like, how scared I was that, like, I can't turn this off because I want to see World 9.
Scared?
I was scared. I didn't want to have to go through those levels. And the Lost Levels is hard, man.
It really was. I won't say it wasn't, but...
Fucking springs and leaf winds and shit.
But what I'm saying is, you had legitimate fear.
I was like 10. So, yes, I had legit fears.
I don't ever remember being afraid of losing data. It was more like, what the fuck's that word?
I just feel like...
It's like real, like, I don't want to.
You were wary?
Yeah. That's a good word. I like that. I'm taking it home.
All right.
And then you usually had a friend that would, like, be a dick and, like, pull the memory card out of the system before it was done saving.
Who are your friends?
I'm like, you motherfucker.
Right here.
Don't ever fucking play any of my games.
No, I never did that. But
No, but I know people that have done it. So, bunch of assholes.
Them in the face.
Oh yeah, they were never allowed to do anything near me again. Anything.
Because I've lost...
The cops were on it.
I've lost plenty of data from just the system fucking me over. Never because a friend did it. And I tell you right now, I've lost too much data because of the system. If somebody I knew did it, I would be fucking furious with them.
Oh yeah.
I know it's much to say about, like, getting mad about losing a save data.
First world problems. Oh, hi, cheat.
But still.
This is where I'm confused, because like you said, so this kid never had a power outage happen.
In Japan.
Because would he have it hooked up to a generator that he was constantly gassing up?
I guess.
Every second of the day. He
figured out the energy crisis. I don't know. It's weird, because that's true. It's like, okay, I'm sure during, that earthquake they had, because you got to keep in mind, like, the past 20 years, so that happened, that 10.0 earthquake or whatever it was. The tsunami. Like, this kid's Famicom's been through some shit, and he kept it
Kojima
powered.
Getting fired.
Yeah. They turned down the whole grid when that happened.
You gotta
remember silence.
You gotta think that even in places where, like, electrical system is very sound, they still do brownouts. Where, like, when energy usage during the summer with air conditioning and stuff like that, they turn down the wattage a lot. And
not to mention, Japan's extremely packed, so that's definitely happened quite a bit.
So you would have to think that something...
Tokyo is not packed. Tokyo is the most open.
They can't build out, they have to build up.
They have a giant field in the middle of their city. A baseball field.
That's where they play King of Pro Baseball.
Yeah. That's where they play Super Batman.
Super Baseball Batman.
Super Baseball Batman.
Plus it's a cartridge-based system. So anything that, like, slightly bumps or, like,
that's what I mean, the hurricane,
you
like,
breathe on it wrong,
He must have had that thing in, like, a gyroscope, so, like, as the hurricane's going, it stays perfectly level and nothing happens.
He invested every bit of his money into that.
Yeah, he spent more money than that save state was worth.
I had a dog one time.
Not exactly.
I had a dog one time that knocked my Super Nintendo off the shelf that it was on. I was playing Mario RPG and I was at the final boss,
Legend
Smithy.
7 Stars.
And I was at the final boss. He knocks it off the shelf. I go to turn it back on. My save file gone.
Kill the dog?
I didn't kill the dog. The dog had to go away for a while. I was like, you have to go out there and sit and think about what you're doing. The dog looked at me all confused and just sat down.
Did you pick him up and throw him out the room?
Dog's like, I just love you. You feed me. Oh, well, yeah, well, not anymore.
No, it was a tactic. It was a tactical maneuver because it knew. I was like, that thing there is taking his attention away from me. Yeah. So it's just like, I'm going to walk by it and just...
The only time a system has ever fallen with me was when I was younger and I was playing Sonic 2. And I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but I accidentally pushed the fucking chest of drawers that the TV and system was on, and they both fell, and I was like, fuck. My mom's gonna fucking kick my ass. I didn't care about no save states.
you're like, I'm worried about my life right now.
All over Sonic 2.
That was a fantastic game. I was at Chemical Plant Zone 2.
Hey, speaking of Sonic, it's his 25th anniversary coming up.
Whoop-de-doo.
Segue into a new topic that's less exciting.
And Sega is once again trying to prove that they care about Sonic the Hedgehog.
I know. It's just, it's seriously, it's like, how many times can, like, a cop go to a house where the woman's getting beat up? She's like, I still love him. You know what I mean? Like, this is the exact same thing.
Is Sonic beating up Sega?
No, Sega's destroying Sonic. Yeah. And he's like, I still love Sega. I'm still their mascot.
He's
They're
battered.
Like, I mean, how many times does this need to get destroyed until somebody just finally comes in and is like, look, can we make Sonic games? Because you can't do it anymore. Sonic Team's doing too much coke. They can't make these games anymore.
They should just give the rights to retro games. They do good work.
The last one I played that was decent was Generations. And that's being generous.
Stop it. I swear to God, dude.
Oh, God.
Why are you doing this to me?
And I heard
can't come over without these,
hey,
these little jokes.
It's my style. I'm sorry.
I'll drown myself in this coffee.
Sonic 4 Episode 1 was decent.
It was good.
Until they made a sequel.
Yeah.
Which wasn't good.
They're like, oh, we forgot how to make games. By the way,
I know it's a little off topic, but I fucking hate the idea of episodic games. That pisses me off so much. Especially, just give me the fucking game.
Especially, like, when they sold it, they had a picture of, like, Sonic holding it like it was in a Sega, like, box. You know, like, yo, you got the cartridge in the box. And I'm like, no, see, back then, you just sold the fucking game. Yeah. It wasn't like I bought the game in 4 different cartridges. Yeah, and seriously, how do you go from making one that's good, and then, like, a year later, you just lose that magic?
You fired everybody, I guess. You're like... Well, I gotta fire them all. They did too good. They made us look worse. This is what happened.
You remember the movie The Hangover?
Yes.
This is so successful. They got real fucking shit-faced, lost all the fucking paperwork for the second one, and was like, shit. Now what are we gonna do?
No, I bet this is exactly what happened. Because around the same time, there was a studio that was like, hey, we gotta close our doors because we tried making Duke Nukem Forever again, and it just didn't work. And they closed the doors, and then Sonic Team's like, oh my god, a bunch of people from 3D Realms need a job. Hey, you want to work on Sonic 4 Episode 2? Love to. How's Sonic? What's a Sonic? Well, he goes fast. I don't like that. Can he go, like, medium fast? It's like, well, I mean, just make sure the controls are fluid. Oh, if there's one thing we here at 3D Realms know about, that's fluid controls.
Stop it right now, dude. It's so rude.
So then you play the game, and it's like he runs in slow motion, and it takes him like 5 years to turn around. It just...
Well, they gotta animate every single pixel properly for that turnaround animation.
Plus, I love the very beginning of the game, you start, and you're like... You're going down a hill on a snowboard. I'm like, how many times do we need to do something where Sonic's on a snowboard when he can run faster than snow falls?
First of all, he can run faster than 90% of what happens in his game.
Well, that's what I mean. Why does he need any mode of transportation?
Like, what if he has to jump on fucking Tails' plane? I can run faster than this plane, Tails. Throw it in the trash.
I mean, that's like Superman getting on a fucking subway train to go to a different place.
No, he's hopping on a bike.
Yeah. I'd love to see that. His kid gets caught in the gears.
God damn it.
Son of a... And then he gets so mad, he pulls it so hard that he flips himself over on the bike. He pulls himself up into space by mistake.
I would watch that. It would
God
be
damn it!
Oh, I forgot I can fly.
Yeah, he's just up there, he's like, oh, I guess space can take one more of our litter. Just lets it float off. How many times are they going to do this where they just put a fresh coat of paint on it and be like, yeah, we care now.
as many times as people will buy it.
Hey, you guys happy? We didn't put a neckerchief on him this time.
People bought Sonic
Knuckles
and the
doesn't
Black
look like
Knight.
a Rastafarian.
People Sonic and the Black Knight.
They
People
did.
bought Sonic. What the fuck's that shitty game? Where
Unleashed.
Yeah.
Werehog.
Never stare at me like that and say that again.
Werehog.
Jesus.
Just wait till we can do it like there's a camera like pointing at each of our
I
faces.
told you,
That's gonna be great.
I'm getting a curtain.
Werehog.
No.
No. Stop. But yeah, I don't know. It's just in like what 20 years maybe you got 4 titles. Because like most people are like they say the last good 3D Sonic game was Sonic Adventures, which
Was
I'm
it on
like
the Dreamcast.
yeah. Well, okay. How do I want to word this? That's the one that started it, and that one was okay.
That's the thing. It's just like Final Fantasy VII. It's the first fucking 3D Final Fantasy. So everybody is super like reminiscent and nostalgic about it. It's like, yeah, it's the best Final Fantasy. Sonic Adventure is the best 3D Sonic game. Just how it is.
Actually, I like Sonic 2 better than Sonic 1, but that's just me personally.
In the for the
Sonic Adventure 2.
Genesis. Oh, Adventure 2. I thought you were gonna say because I love Sonic 2 over all the other Sonic games. I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna lie about it.
Well, no, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is the paramount of Sonic titles.
It's
But-
good. I didn't play it as much as the
Kill
first
yourself.
one, but yeah.
But anyhow,
That's
so
my catchphrase.
since Sonic Adventure, there was like noteworthy titles in the 3D game genre. There's like 5, maybe.
Colors.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2, Colors. I'll put Generations in there just because.
Mm-hmm.
And Sonic R.
Sonic.
I thought you were about to say fucking Sonic Fighters with a punch in the face.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's like, you know how in Tekken when you have to think about how you're fighting? Take that out of the equation, and you just hit buttons.
As fast as possible while you collect rings.
You're
In a ring.
blue hedgehog fighting a yellow bird. It's like Sesame Street versus Sonic. It's fucking fantastic.
God damn Sonic. They should just let him die. I'm not even gonna lie about it. They put him in Smash, he'll live on forever there.
I used to love the web series that I saw on YouTube. It was called Sonic for Hire.
I think I remember that.
It was like the beginning, it was like, da, 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 da. And he's just like, he comes out of the ring and he's just got like will work for money, like sign. And like Mario hires him and starts putting him in all these other Nintendo games because the characters want to break. So he's like in Metroid and he's like, he's like holding a map. He's like, what the fuck? Where am I going? And then like a thing comes in and he's just like, I ain't dealing with this shit. Like Metroid comes in. So yeah, we'll go on to another piece of game news then, since we're rolling along with that. Doom, which was teased at E3 last year, and then everybody saw it, and they're like, that looks like every other first-person shooter. You know, and then several other first-person shooters after that come out, and they're all fine with that. But,
Yeah.
you know, and like,
Doom's held to a higher standard.
I guess like you create it and then everybody thinks like every time you make a new game you're supposed to like break that mold and like this is the new standard where you I don't get it. I don't know what else you're gonna do unless like when you give the game there's actual gun.
An actual gun or a light gun?
No, what they should do is sell
'Cause
like
I don't want people getting actual guns shooting their TVs.
no, what they should do
Yes.
is when they bring it out, do the special collector's edition where it's a 1-to-1 BFG that they sell with it. That works.
People? Yeah.
Hey, I mean, you go to the shooting range. Be responsible.
Pal. Blow my fucking brain. No.
You're gonna have like a background check to buy this version of Doom.
Yeah. It only takes 10 minutes. So.
All right. Now Doom will be in your hands in 7 to 10 days.
now you have moms and dads going out and buying this copy for their fucking like 10-year-old son. Who's going to take this BFG to school.
You
The
can see it
ratings are on there, Jason. It's on there for a reason.
I think you guys are making
Thanks
fun
so
of
much.
my idea.
No, I like the idea of collectible stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not ones that
I don't want it to be real, okay?
I'm just making fun of the rating system.
Yeah,
That they actually
it's
think it's
fucking
keeping
garbage,
games out of the
dude.
kids' hands.
Oh yeah, especially like when you go into a GameStop and there's like a kid in front of you, they're like, I want Grand Theft Auto, please. They're like, one coming right up. It's like, he's 5. Why aren't you... Well, he looks 18.
That's bad and all, but it's just as bad when you go online and you're playing these games and you don't have your headset on because you don't expect to be fucking talking to anybody. All of a sudden you get like 12 kids on your team yelling at each other about how
And I love it, like,
better than whatever.
Yeah. I love it if you get into a group of kids, like if you're playing like a multiplayer and it's like a bunch of English kids. Like, that's the best. It's like, you fucking wanker! Like, you just hear, it just sounds like Gordon Ramsay with the speed turned up.
Like the Chipmunks version of Gordon Ramsay?
You fucking wanker, you can't cook! We're like, we're playing Halo, what's going on here? But that's a fantastic idea, though. Let's get a recording of that, just like an episode of Hell's Kitchen. Turn the tempo up and put the mic next to it.
Gordon Ramsay might come in here and rate our studio.
It would just be like a bunch of rambling that makes no sense. It was like, you got nothing in the till! Close the shop!
What does that have to do with anything?
That's what I mean. That's what the funniest thing's going to be of it. Oh, my God. So, yeah. They're saying we might get the new Doom by summertime of this year.
I'm fairly confident it did just come out of closed beta.
I didn't even know there was a beta because they didn't announce it.
Oh, because rarely anybody got into it, and no one can talk about it, because that's how closed betas work. But a lot of people are impressed by how it works.
Why the hell call it Doom?
Because it's Doom.
Because that's the cool thing to do.
Oh my god.
Are you really going to do this?
It's just infuriating.
They did it, they pulled a Rambo.
Yeah, but at least with Rambo, the first Rambo wasn't really Rambo.
I love when you do a Rambo argument with anybody, you get to hear the word Rambo more than any time in your life. Well, the first Rambo wasn't Rambo, but Rambo was in Rambo, but then...
It was just First Blood, and then it was Rambo 2, which is weird because Rambo 2 didn't come after Rambo, it came after First Blood.
Well, it's isn't it Rambo First Blood Part 2 or something like that?
Yeah.
Isn't that like it's actually what it's called?
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Then they cut all that shit out, just called Rambo 3. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It is called a Doom because they're like fuck numbers. Like fourth entries are always
Let's
really
just call
weak.
it what it is. Space Marine in Hell. Let's the game.
Well, I mean, look at Quake 4. When they did Quake 4, it was terrible.
Think about it this way. Why is the Xbox One? When they had the Xbox 360, and now we're at
Because
one?
Microsoft is notorious for not being able to name shit.
They can name
Their new internet
well,
thing,
it's
the
making-
Edge.
The only one that's making any sense with it is PlayStation. They're like, put another number on the end of it.
PlayStation
Just keep
4.
turning it over.
What's the next one going to be? 5?
Who the fuck cares? They're still gonna buy it.
It's like, why would we change the name of it when all we have to do is just put a different press in the plastic mold?
Make sure it's in italics, though.
Well, why would you?
Well, I guess they lost the right. Well, I guess they didn't.
They lost the rights to italics.
I was going to say they lost the rights to the Spider-Man font, but
Oh, yeah.
I remember that was all over the PlayStation 3, and it was like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys own this movie, but calm down a minute.
Sam Raimi presents PlayStation 3.
Did you just say Pleasance?
Placenta.
Maybe he does. I don't know.
Are you the
Sam
priest
Raimi's
at the end
Placenta
of,
presents PlayStation 3.
priest at the end of Princess Bride?
Maybe.
Inconceivable.
But that's not him.
You keep saying that word, but I don't think it means what you think it
I
means.
don't think you know what it means. So, there you go. Doom by summer, if anybody cares. I'm probably going to try it.
I'll try it out. But
I mean, we should do like we did with Doom 3. We should buy it. We let it sit around for a while, and then you and I decide in one day we're going to beat this fucker.
yes, that's what we do.
Download a walkthrough and do it.
See, what I have a problem with is a lot of shooting games, especially even older ones, are falling into that trap of very minimalist campaigns and then lots of online that's not a lot of online. You just play it a lot and then they release map packs and this and that. And
Yeah.
it's like, I want a campaign that's an actual campaign in my shooting game.
See, they would be smart if they made the game initially around the campaign and then released multiplayer later as like a free download. Okay, but then the multiplayer you can do stuff like in Evolved. Like one of them could play a cyber demon, and the other ones are.
Oh no! Did you know about that?
No, I didn't know about that.
That is something that can happen in the multiplayer.
Why am I not making games?
That's already been confirmed. You can read about it in.
You just don't have the connections.
What's it called?
I'm trying.
But yeah, you can become a giant fucking demon. It's pretty badass, according to one of the guys in the beta. He was allowed to talk about that.
Jeez. Well, I'm throwing it out here, and I've said this a million times. Sonic Team, if you're getting tired of doing it, I will make Sonic right again. Let me do it.
You sound like you want to
I'm
bang
known
Sonic.
as the Sega guy.
He is. That's how I introduce him.
Again,
Yeah,
no.
I don't really know how I got that, but just because I was the only one that had a Sega Genesis.
Again, you kind of sound like you want to bang Sonic.
No.
I'm a little
Why?
worried.
What? I don't have furry fantasies.
No, what you said was, I'll make him right again.
I mean, he's not going to be my waifu or nothing. I fucking love internet culture. So, I'm going to we'll talk about some sports. Make it manly in here. Sports!
We like sports and we don't care who knows.
I
Yeah.
can play that song.
It's kind of funny how things turned around, like, because, like, sports used to be the thing that's mainstream all the time, and now all that kind of shit is more in the spotlight, and people are like, I've got trading cards for baseball. I'm like, fucking loser.
It's so true.
And when I was in school, I was like, yeah, I collect X-Men cards. And like, what are you, dumb?
Are you a little slow? Like, what's going on here?
Oh, you're the one that rides the short bus. It's only because it's the only one that comes to my house.
I didn't pick the bus. The bus picked me.
That is a great young... That is a very great
Give me to my neighbor's
voice.
house. The nose in the drawer.
Stop it, dude. Breathe. Talk and breathe.
There's no time.
There's no time.
There's no time to breathe. I'm crying. I'm seriously crying.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm okay, Gene. I'm not really dying.
Yeah, he is.
I don't even remember what the joke was about.
The bus didn't pick you. You didn't pick the bus picked you. Stop dying. Just once.
Oh, my stomach hurts. Anyway. So. Somebody's doing something with baseball.
You good? You alright?
All right.
Ken Griffey and some other jackass.
Some other jackass?
The Hall of Fame. Who needs an ab belt when you can do this? Oh, it hurts.
They only burned 2
I
calories.
gotta go wipe my eyes.
So,
Go ahead, Will.
Ken Griffey Jr. and Mike Piazza are the newest members of the Baseball Hall of Fame.
When am I getting in?
Probably when Barry Bonds does. So,
Soon.
you know, the thing is, people are pissed because Junior wasn't nominated unanimously. That has never happened. Nobody has ever gotten in unanimously. He missed by 3 votes. Which has people questioning, like, where are those 3 votes? Did the writers die? And nobody just, like, told anybody, so they didn't send their votes in?
Bo Jackson's vote was unanimous.
So,
To the Baseball Hall of Fame.
maybe his artificial hip went to the Baseball Hall of Fame, but,
Oh, that's cheating. You can't get in that.
But one of the bigger news stories out of this was the fact that Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens, their vote totals went up, which it hasn't really done in a few years because everybody's like, oh, they're tainted. They did steroids, even though nobody's proven anything.
They're tainted.
Yeah.
Was some kind of virus.
They're contaminated with that stuff that, who was it that, Ken Griffey Jr. in that Simpsons episode drank the tonic and made his head all big.
Yeah.
And now he's in the Hall of Fame. He came out all right with
I thought that was Strawberry that did that.
Daryl Strawberry?
No,
it was Junior.
They made him cry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they made him cry. But,
Shave those sideburns.
I actually I actually met Ken Griffey Jr. when he was like a rookie. I think it was like right before he started his second year. I met him and his dad at an autograph signing. And his dad was nice to me. I was a kid at the time.
His dad was nice to you?
I was like 8 years old. His dad was nice to me. Griffey's there just like he's like talking to these girls that look like Janet Jackson. And I'm just like, wow, he was kind of a dick, but his dad actually like asked me, his dad asked me what my name was and said that,
pause,
and asked me like, if I played baseball and if I did, what position I played, blah, blah, blah. He actually took initiative in the fans.
He was trying to get some tail and you're trying to stop him?
Who, Ken Griffey Jr.?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stop him.
Yeah,
he could have been nice to an 8-year-old kid.
In the Kenster.
I'm pretty sure he did all right for himself.
This is exactly how it went.
It doesn't matter how well he does. He can always do better, Will.
It's a fucking autograph sign.
This is exactly how it went. He's sitting there getting ready to sign autographs. This hot chick walks up. She's like, I'm totally going to have sex with you if some stupid kid doesn't come in and hi, Mr. Junior. Oh, you're fucked. He's like, God damn it. What do you want? Can I get your autograph? Yeah, fucking shit. Rolls the paper up.
Ho, ho, ho.
Here's my first home run, kid. Smash you over the head with a bat.
But, in all honesty, he was a young athlete and stuff like that, and he could have been even worse to me. He could have spit in my face, but he didn't. So
I'll give him the baseball.
I'll give him that.
God, with all due respect, I wish he did. What kind of a story would that be?
You could have cloned him.
You're like, right here is where Ken Griffey spit.
Don't fucking replay that episode of the fucking Seinfeld. Like, I don't know.
I'm not.
It was McDowell the whole time. But no, I mean, I'm a little surprised that Mike Piazza got in. I thought it would take a few more years because once they're on the ballot for a few years, the writers start going, fucking put him in. But, cause he was one of the best hitting catchers of all time, but then I think of him and his shampoo commercials. And I know the Hall of Fame's not about shampoo commercials, but I'm just like, I don't understand why he had a shampoo commercial, but
for the same reason, like Barkley and all them had, Edge shaving gel commercials.
No, but with Piazza, the thing is like towards the end of his career, I mean, his skills deteriorated very quickly.
Yeah.
Junior did too. When Junior left Seattle and went to Cincinnati, he had a lot of injuries, and then at the end of his career, like, he fell asleep in the clubhouse during a game, and like, a lot of those stories started coming out, and I was just kind of like, he's just here to rack up totals now. He's just padding his career out, his numbers, but
it's like, just leave on the high note. Don't.
Yeah.
It's like Flair.
I'm a little disappointed that Jeff Bagwell didn't get in. I get it. People still think he did steroids, even though nothing's ever been proven.
How do you know the steroids didn't do him? Yeah, you like that.
How do you know?
I've got nothing.
He didn't choose the steroids. The steroids chose him. Like my bus.
Yeah.
Just let it go, Matt.
No, it was hilarious. It was the funniest thing in my life.
You were so, addicted to this joke.
And how bad
right
would
now.
I have felt if I said the thing that kills you? It's like,
probably not that bad.
I feel like, that sucks. I'm taking that.
You're not taking Cloverfield. Lying second.
I don't know why I reached for that first.
At first, I thought he reached for fucking Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but slap him. Put that back.
I don't want any of this shit.
You take the Mothman prophecies, even though you have it. But you're like, this is Matt's copy. He's dead now.
I'll put a sticker on it. It says, it's Matt's copy. He's dead now.
Yeah. Your wife be like, why is this in there? Matt's dead now.
Can't you read? It says it right
here.
It
says it right there. That reminds me of, and this is completely
off topic. You had a dream of me being dead?
No, this is completely off topic. When the Mega Man collection came out.
Did you say Naked Man?
Mega Man.
Man, I'd like to see the artist renditions of that.
When Mega Man collection came out, I screwed up one night and called him Mark Man.
Mark Man.
Which Dave Fry, who is a regular listener of the show, even though he says he skips a lot, he's like, no, man, I just skim through.
He listens to us like people read magazines. I just come for the pictures.
Anyway, I screwed that up in front of him the one night, and for Christmas one year, I got him a copy of Mega Man Anniversary Collection, and everywhere on the box that it said Mega, I put a sticker that said Mark
Man. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Excellent.
Okay. So I guess we'll go into a request topic, and then we'll do our discussion topic.
This is going to be a baseball-related request topic.
I know, we're going straight into sports, and my phone died, so I'm going to paraphrase this one. Woo! This came from Fred Brennan. He asked me, why is
John
Kruk considered the most manly man in the world? And do we ever think his hairstyle will come back into fashion? John Kruk! See, now, I know very little of John Kruk. All I know is that someone at some point in time hit him in the head with a battery. And that's only because all I know of John Kruk is from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I'm not a big baseball fan.
Kruk was a player. I enjoyed watching Kruk play. He's known for his mullet.
Mm-hmm.
And
God, he's so gross looking.
Let me see. I never saw him in real life.
He's one of those guys you look at him and you say, that guy's not an athlete, he's a ball player. Like, there's no way that man was like running a mile.
He's not training
without passing out, you know?
Yeah.
He's not on the elliptical every day. He was eating hard, playing hard, and drinking hard. And
what do you want from me, John Kruk?
But he was an all-star. He was a good player. He was a good hitter. I remember in the All-Star game when he was facing Randy Johnson.
100 home runs.
Randy Johnson threw the ball behind him just to mess with him. And like Kruk's there going like, he's like trying to find a way to get out of there because he thought he was going to kill him. And, so that's always a classic. I remember how he retired. He either got a walk or he got a hit, and he goes down to first base and he says to the first baseman, "That's it. I retire right now." And they brought in a pinch runner.
And he was done.
He was like, "I'm not running to second base anymore. I'm done. I'm retiring right here."
It was like no celebration. Just a pinch runner comes out. He just goes in, like changes and goes home.
Like later, they asked the guy who was playing first base. He's like, "Yeah, he looked right at me and said, I'm retiring right now." In the middle of a game, he's just like, "I'm done." What the fuck?
And he retired with exactly 100 home runs.
It's not bad.
He's a cancer survivor.
Okay.
What kind of cancer?
Testicular cancer, like Tom Green.
He just removed them both, huh? Just cut them out. Got him mounted.
He's now a broadcaster for ESPN. I think he does their Sunday night games. I think it's him and Schilling and another guy, Kurt Schilling. And the thing about John Kruk is he's got a good fan base. I know Fred's a big fan of John Kruk, but like Krucky's got a lot of fans out there, and people they hate his broadcasting, but they like watching him play, kind of thing. I don't really care. Like when I'm listening to broadcasters, there's only a few that I really can't stand. He's not one.
Name them.
Matt Wilson.
Oh, he doesn't do it anymore, but Tim McCarver.
Harsh.
I fucking hated Tim McCarver.
Jesus. That was the sharpest fucking I ever heard come out of
that was passion right there.
Fucking. I should have clocked that. That's a 0.1. It's a half of a second fuck right there.
Checking the radar gun. Like, is that seriously? Did the Wild Thing just throw it that fast?
Slow down there, Flash. Jesus. Fuck.
Stop,
I hated Tim McCarver.
I'm trying to match his passion. I can tell.
Because people are like, "Oh no, he was good," because he always did the All-Star game. He always did the World Series. I'm like, why? He's terrible. He would say things like, "As good as the Yankees are playing right now is about as bad as they were earlier." What?
And
speaking in riddles?
And the thing is, in his head, it makes perfect sense.
I kind of feel like your problem is he said dumb shit like that and got paid so much money to do it.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
What's the name of the one announcer that, he only gets excited when it's, the team that he roots for?
Ken Harrelson.
Yeah.
For the White Sox.
Yeah. It's like, and then, I hit to the left field, home run, good morning, good evening, and good night. It's the middle of the game. It's just we still got 4 more in.
Broadcasters are supposed to be, unbiased, and he's just like, well, it's 4-1, the good guys. It's a real, really? Ken Harrelson? Think about it.
Well, in all defense of, Sox fans that I've known, they're all kind of a little bit like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's yes, your team normally does very well, but you had Jordan.
If there's one broadcaster that I just absolutely enjoy listening to baseball-wise, it's Vin Scully. He's the Dodgers announcer. He's been the Dodgers announcer for like 60 years, maybe 70 at this point. And he still does it. And he doesn't have a color guy with him. It's just him. Calling the game.
I kind of feel like I should take offense to that.
Calling the game. Color, not colored.
I know what you mean, Will. Color commentator.
Yes.
I still take offense to it.
What, are you a color commentator?
Since the day I was born.
Yep. You know, I had a joke. I don't know if I should say it.
But if my wife wants to take a nap and there's a Dodgers game on MLB Network, I just turn it on. That man's docile tones will put you right into a nice sleep. It's so good.
It's excellent.
It's the sound of a dog chewing
on a bone. All right, so we're going to go into a discussion topic. To answer your question, I do think the mullet will make a comeback. Why wouldn't it? With the way things are going in hairstyles
I've
nowadays.
seen tons of fucking people still with goddamn mullets.
I've seen people with rat tails.
No, you're lying right now.
I've seen it.
You are definitely lying.
I've seen it. Do I have photographic evidence here right now? No.
Then you can't prove it. That's heresy. Heresy, not hearsay.
It's heresy.
And I will not accept heresy in my courtroom.
So, that's, Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Heresy.
Exactly. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. But, okay. And he's the manliest man ever, because, I mean, like, how can you have a name like John Kruk and not be manly?
Well,
He sounds like he's a barbarian.
He does.
He looks like he's a barbarian.
I
probably
miss
has a club
having
made of
baseball
human
players
skulls.
that look like that. I mean, there are a few still that still have that look, like that, you know, that kind of just looks like some guy's crazy uncle.
Yeah.
You know, like, how's this guy out there making
like the guy that you're, like you said, your friend's crazy uncle who just like drank a sixer and he's like, yeah, let's go hit some balls, kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
He kind of looks like a redneck that got into golfing and it's like, well, maybe I should just swing horizontally.
Just feel like when he was growing up, he was just swinging logs at his house, you know? It's like,
Well, you gotta practice.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like when he started practicing, he looked like Schwarzenegger from Commando. And then he got into
Redwoods.
baseball and somebody's like, hey, you like beer?
I've never had this beer. Tell me more.
All went downhill, but his
just like-
skill kept going up.
It's just like when Barney drank the
Yeah.
sip of champagne.
Oh, that's funny. So, okay, well, we're going to go into a discussion topic. Discussion.
Excussion.
This is the Rugrats now.
Like you said, I didn't choose the bus. The bus chose me.
Got some sketties.
Skitties.
You love that
Anybody
word,
else
don't
want to
you?
do this?
What are we discussing?
We're discussing games that we would like that are coming out. That we want to own and throw away.
One of the games that I want to get this year is Dark Souls 3. And I know how you feel about that series, but I have been playing the crap out of Bloodborne, and I'm fucking loving it. I really want to play
Every
Dark Souls
time
3.
when them come out, I'm like, it looks so damn cool, but I suck at it.
It's just one of those games where it is. But the thing is, you don't play it enough.
No, I don't. I won't. I don't have enough time to play a game like that.
I understand that, but that's the thing about that series of games. You can't just like pick it up and be like, I'm really good at this game.
See, that's the
You
thing.
have to play it for a while.
I'm a hardcore gamer stuck in a casual gamer's world. Because I need a game that, like, when I start, it drops me in and holds my hand. It's like, here's how you play everything.
Halo 5.
Yeah, pretty much. No, Halo 5, Halo 5 this time around is actually, like, the online's a lot harder. I think. The campaign of the game's kind of,
It's hand-holdy.
yeah, well, and the story's kind of like, it's just like Master Chief being like, I got like, pick up a distress call from this planet. Cortana's there. I'm like, God damn it.
Didn't you like,
Leave her dead.
didn't you like describe it as like, as Master Chief, you go and push a button, and then as Locke, you go and try and stop him from pushing that button?
Yeah,
Like
pretty
that?
much. Yeah. Master Chief's running around pushing buttons to start that thing so he can teleport to this area, and Locke's just like, we gotta stop him from getting to that area.
It's my favorite kind of game.
And then like, yeah, and then
counterproductive.
when you start the campaign, it's like it's showing you like Locke's team like doing all these acrobatic flips over shit. They're sliding down a mountain, like shooting enemies that are falling out of the Covenant ships and everything. And then the game starts, and you're like, yeah, I can't do any of that shit.
They forgot that. Okay.
But I just mean like I hate when games do that. And Darkness was another good example of this. As soon as you gain your darkness power, it's showing you all this cool shit, like the cutscenes, like they're doing all this stuff. He's turning things into this and that. And then you play the game, like it goes back to you, and it's like, you can't use this yet. Yep. You're like, what the fuck?
Yep.
See, I don't mind that because it gives a little bit of progression, but don't show me it this early if I can't use it this fucking early.
Well, see, in that example, that's my point with that. But like, don't show me scenes of like super like machoism and like, you know, like doing backflips and somersaults and like impossible gunshots and everything. And then like when it goes to the gameplay, like none of that is ever going to happen.
That's even worse.
Yeah. That's like you sold me something and you were lying to me as it was being sold. And then when you gave me the final product, you punched me in the face.
Hey, thanks.
One of the things that I hate in games is when they give you the most powerful weapons early on and then strip them from you, and then you have to gain them.
Don't bring up Metroid.
No, there's a game that's just like that I want to play on the channel sometime soon. You ever play Chaos Legion?
I own it.
Yes.
I want to play that because I love that fucking game. Although it does that in the beginning, and I hate that.
That was the first game that I had that did that.
You're bringing up Metroid, and I will not have it.
Well, Metroid didn't really do that a ton.
Super Metroid, you start with everything, not everything, but a good amount of stuff, and then it's taken from you. Metroid Prime, you start with a good amount of stuff, and it's taken from you.
I like Super Metroid a lot more than I like Metroid Prime.
Stop hating on Metroid Prime. Stop hating on Metroid Prime. This isn't your job. Your job is to talk.
Wow.
Doing a Dennis Reynolds thing. Wow. How's it?
Yeah. You're a colored, angry person.
No. You didn't get the Dennis Reynolds feel?
No, not really. Yeah, kind of. I guess it's just because I still see you.
One game that I'm looking forward to, and it's kind of weird because I mentioned this game a long time ago, and then like you didn't hear anything about it, and that's a game called Cuphead.
Yeah,
on Xbox Live. And I'm really excited for when that finally gets released. I hope it still does. Is that the only reason
you bought it, Xbone?
I completely forgot about it, so I was just like, "Oh shit, I can
this
get
game
that."
I'm excited about.
And I'm like, it's not out yet.
I fucking hate that feeling. It's like you get really excited for a game and it won't be out for like another year.
I'm looking forward to Doom.
Bloodstained.
Doom 4.
But isn't it actually like the 6th game in the series?
Probably, yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Because I know Doom 3 came out for the 360. But then there's another one that came out after that, and no one cared about it because it was Garbo.
Well, there was like an expansion pack called like Doom 3 Resurrection or something.
I'm looking forward to that Evolved. It's like a survival game based in a planet that's inhabited by dinosaurs. Because I'm looking for those Turok feels again, but I don't have Steam, so I can't get the HD Turok game.
The Evolved was that Turtle Rock game with the 4 hunters and the monster.
Okay, well, Evolved Ark? Is in the Ark. Thank you. Yeah, Ark. Survival Evolved. That's
that actually has been really, really popular.
Yeah.
And apparently up until the point you can actually do something, then the average of times you'll die is like 26.
Oh, yeah.
Before you can actually start defending yourself from dinosaurs.
I'm looking forward to that. I don't know.
I know.
Every time I see dinosaurs, I feel like a kid, so I'm like, yeah, we're playing.
I can't remember the name of the company, but there is a company that's doing a new Turtles game based on the old arcade style.
Out of the Shadows, too.
It's the same guys. It's the same guys that did DuckTales, the remastering.
Yes! High five with them. Yes!
Memories of the 50th episode of Grindcast.
I'd sing it, but I don't remember the lyrics ever.
That's right, the 50th, we started with the DuckTales music, which I can't monetize. I remember I had that whole existential thing. I was like, should we do this? Because we might get in trouble. Fuck it, just play the music. Who's gonna sue us? Walt Disney.
His robot head will come back to life and sue us.
That mouse.
I don't own a Wii U yet,
You're a fool.
but there's a new Star Fox game coming out.
Yeah, that actually looks like a Star Fox game.
Made from the racing game company.
F-Zero.
Was it F-Zero? Oh, I was thinking of the other one.
No, sorry, Burnout.
Burnout! Burnout! That's the one I was thinking of.
No, and they're not making the Star Fox game, they're making an F-Zero game.
Yeah, they're making the F-Zero game.
Oh.
Which I would fucking play the shit out of.
Well, that's a bad matchup.
I swear to God, you are the worst.
I actually liked all the F-Zero games that they brought out.
I've never played any of them.
Never played any F-Zero?
I haven't played any
I can't believe you
F-Zero
haven't played
games.
any of them.
I'm not a big racing game fan.
I'm about to say, if you don't really like racing games, you probably won't enjoy it too much because it's not much to it besides just racing. It's not like Mario Kart.
The one on the 64 was probably my favorite.
You know, the only racing game I played was Forsaken for the N64 because the box art fooled the shit out of me.
Wait, wasn't that one?
The one where it's like a woman crying with like Jesus' crown wrapped around her face.
And like the theme was the future is forsaken.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, hey, this is going to be some kind of game about future stuff. I might be shooting things, and then it's a fucking racing game, like Zero, like X-Zero or whatever, and it's just like,
I thought...
fuck me. It's like F-Zero. What's the other ones that's like, it's like the...
that is exactly what I thought it was.
Are you talking about Zero G?
Yes, it reminded me of Zero
Or
G.
Extreme G?
Extreme G, too. Yeah, they're all the same shit.
Extreme G, Zero G.
But yeah, that's the only one I played on the 64 because it fooled me into it. No, I lie. I had Cruisin' USA.
That was
for
a
the 64.
fantastic arcade game.
I had it for the 64 because when it launched, there was like 4 games you could buy for the 64, so... I was like, hey, I loved the arcade, how could it go wrong?
They took everything the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
I will say when they re-released Hydro Thunder,
they did a
much better job.
The Dreamcast version of Hydro Thunder. That right there is good stuff.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the topic. Twilight Princess HD. I'm looking forward to that because I didn't actually finish playing Twilight Princess on the Wii because I fucking hated the motion controls.
Angry.
No, those motion controls are so...
Well, now see, I played it on the Cube. I got lucky.
I didn't.
Which is funny, like, the Cube version of it is astronomically more expensive than the Wii U version of it.
Yeah, because it's rare to find.
Yeah,
they didn't print as many.
Because they were like, people are going to love this Wii thing.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
You got that for me.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, it seems like a personal moment. I'll just move over here. You guys can lock eyes.
You know what's funny?
I
was cleaning out the basement and I found the guide you printed out for me. And I had no idea where it went, and like I had put stuff in a bunch of boxes and put it down there, and I didn't realize that's where it was because I was thinking about replaying it. I'm like, where's this fucking guide? So I go down and find it, and like all the pages were like in a post, like a part of decay because it gets so moldy down there and like wet. So it's just like I pick it up, it's like the page is like.
There's the Indiana Jones.
It's just like dusted and like blew away. It's like they were perfectly there. I'm like, oh, let's read it. Like, shit. Where will I ever find this information again?
Completely off topic, but one time I found a box of comic books at a yard sale. It was like a bunch of comics from like the 60s. Not superhero stuff, but like Bugs Bunny,
stuff that
shit
nobody
like
cares
that.
about, yeah.
And I bought it because it was like $15, and I got home and I picked them up and they were all just like deteriorating in my head. And I'm like, well, that was an awesome purchase.
Read them fast. You get Sonic reading skills.
What kind of trouble's Baby Huey gonna get into? Oh, no.
Oh. And it just turned into powdered coffee creamer. I'm convinced that's what that shit is.
You keep dying, dude.
I am. I'm sorry. I find myself funny and nobody else does.
Legend of Zelda game coming out this year, or is it pushed
It's coming
back?
out this year.
March 4th.
And it's getting released with a Wolf Link amiibo.
Oh, I wasn't talking Twilight Princess. I was talking the actual new...
I believe it is coming out this year.
Rumored to also be
quarter.
On the NX console.
No, it's coming out this year.
/ don't know what the fuck it still is yet.
/ no one fucking cares. They want to just play their Wii U. So come out
I'm
new
serious.
systems, Nintendo.
I hope
maybe
it
they
comes
could-
out with the Wii U 2, and then it has like U2's new album downloaded on it.
They
Oh,
pull
great.
they pull
Swear
a
to
they pull a
God.
Doom and they just call it Nintendo.
Dude, I'd love it. I just call it like NES. Like, what the fuck? NES 1.
The new console from Nintendo. Nintendo.
We're cutting edge.
Well, then your mom won't be wrong when she says you're over there playing that Nintendo, aren't you?
But usually all moms would say Nintendo for some reason. They made it like the
Maybe your
feminine
mom.
Spanish version.
And you know what they'll do with it? They'll be funny. It's like, since they're all like slightly behind everything, they'll release it and be like, okay, all the games are downloaded. You can't share with friends, so it comes with a camera. Like, Nintendo, stop it!
Camera's always linked to Miyamoto's office.
And it's actually
You get to
like
watch him do
the
his
camera
job.
is actually like built into a little Miyamoto head that like sits on top of your
Its
TV.
eyes light up when it's on.
Yeah.
No, even creepier
Glares
yet.
into your
It's just
soul.
like his mouth's like, and the camera comes out of there.
As long as there's like a motor that pushes the camera out.
See, it's cool because they'll do something a step ahead. They'll give you the camera that films you, but then they'll give you a live feed to his office, and it's just
That's
like
what I'm saying.
his office with like a bajillion screens in front and a giant bottle of Jergens right there.
So he's the architect.
Yeah, he's
in
the
the
architect.
Matrix.
He's a jerk off and architect.
He's just sitting there trying to work, and everybody's just like, why do I have this? You get to watch me work.
It's like they come in his door on the one side of the office. He's like, have a seat. I'm going to tell you a very long and confusing story about your existence. Do you mind if I change all the screens to you?
We really needed the camera for that effect there.
Yeah, I know. And then, like, he's like finishes and like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to go. But wait, there's more. If you leave this door, you'll go back to your life as you know it, all normal, all blah, blah, blah.
Stop
But if
trying
you
to
go
be
through
like
this door, you'll have the chance to
Twilight
save
Zone.
your mother, because I'm going to shoot her.
Miyamoto, like the guy from fucking Twilight Zone right now.
No, I'm trying to do the architect for the
I
Matrix.
know.
Well,
But
look,
all
just
I
because I'm white doesn't mean I can do every white man's voice in
You
existence.
should be able to. It's programmed in your DNA.
Son of a bitch.
Hitler made it so. Make it so, Hitler.
Well, that's the end of this.
Oh, God damn it.
That's
No
the end
one
of us
watches Star
forever, I
Trek.
think.
No one watches Star Trek. Because Hitler was number 2.
I don't think you got
I'm
the right
done.
version.
I'm over.
Are you having a stroke? What are you talking about?
Hey, all the copies of Star Trek that you got, did they have a funny little symbol in the corner?
A little bit.
Yeah, you didn't get the right ones.
Yeah, I got him from a reputable buyer.
No. Was his name Charlie Day?
Do you remember those books like where it was like mice set in like World War II?
Yeah, Mouse.
Yeah.
Mouse, as they call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent read.
Just thought of that.
And you can buy him at Comics Connection.
Nice.
Nice. I linked that in with a Hitler story. Perfect.
This is really a Hitler story.
So this really shows you how many games are coming out that we really
Well,
want
that's
to
because
play.
honestly, there's not been
A lot of
not
the games that I want aren't coming out for a while after.
Yeah, not a
after
lot
this
has
shit.
been
Like, I'm really waiting for
mentioned.
Bloodstained, but that's next year.
I've been out of the loop though too, and it's funny because
Yeah, because you don't want to take time for yourself, motherfucker.
I just mean like knowing what's coming out. And it's funny because I just started back up my GameStop thing because I was just like, I did a pre-order and they're like, yeah, you can start it back up for the power up. And I'm like, well, okay, if I'm going to pay that, I'll get some points. Plus I'll get the magazine, which I was like, I'll figure I'll use that for the show. I can read up on stuff. So what's the first issue I get? All about the VR headset. So I'm like, wow, in the trash that goes because it's the whole fucking issue.
Wow.
It's so you open it up, there's a picture of a guy with underwear on his head. It's like, our chief editor. I'm like, fucking Christ.
Dude.
I paid for
They're
this.
becoming like Game Pro. Like what is that?
Game Pro.
Game Informer has been real weird.
Game Pro's office. They're just doing rails off the handicap stall and they're like, what game you want to cover? Fuck it, man. I don't know. I got a pair of panties on my face.
Primal Rage, outstanding.
Let's do an expose on the 32X. That thing's going to be hot.
Expose.
We'll leak it before it's been leaked.
Pause.
Sega should do that too. They should sell a 32X adapter that has more downloaded games that adapts into that new thing they made with like the 80 preloaded games.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you buy that with 80 games, then you buy the 32X that has 30 more games, and you plug it into that, and then you buy a Sega CD one that plugs in with 100 more games on it.
What's wrong with you?
I want to live the past.
You can. You have those systems.
I know.
Just play
I don't
them.
know why. I don't use it. It's in there collecting masturbit dust.
Okay.
What did I just hear? Masturbit dust?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I heard it too.
As in, like, dust from masturbating?
No.
Masturbatory dust? What is that?
What the fuck was it called overseas? Master,
Mega Drive?
Mega Drive, whatever. It's collecting Mega Drive.
You see what I mean, though? This episode has to end. We all get worse as it drags on. It's only a matter of time before Will starts talking about fucking porn again.
You brought it up. You're just trying to plant the seed.
I always do.
Why don't you end this?
You ended it in the beginning when you told people where to go find us.
Yeah, you don't remember you were like, I'm going to do it now, so I don't have to do it later.
That's right. That's right. And that's the way I want to start doing it from now on, so remember that.
So there's never an end. Well, we can thank them.
Well, because I have a suspicion that when we go, all right, that's when everybody just turns it off anyway.
I tell people don't do that. It's like, you gotta keep watching. It's like the stingers at the end of like the credits, you know?
Yeah, we always ruin it,
It's
guys.
like, that's Thor's hammer. You know, it's not.
All right, fine. We won't do it in the beginning. We can do it in the beginning and the end.
Can we do it in the middle?
So that way when people tune in halfway through, if they're skimming.
Get them in the front and the back. That's perfect.
So you go ahead. Just do it.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you all for listening.
I apologize again.
If you want to hear more of me killing Matt, you can find us at grindcast.libsyn.com. You can find us on YouTube. We're on Facebook, grindedword.com, various other places. You can find them all in the annotations below. And as always, thank you for listening. We'll catch you in the next one.
Fucking beautiful.
Boobs.
Find them all in the annotations below. And as always, thank you for listening. We'll catch you in the next one.
Fucking beautiful.
Boobs.